I'm listening to the new James Bay song, Let It Go, so if I all of a sudden start driving at like 4 miles an hour and just shaking my head gently from side to side, you'll know why. Because it's quite relaxing. Right, so today's trip, I'm off to on the way to Andover. I can't tell you the road because I've got no frickin' idea what road it is, but on the way to Andover there's a little garden centre that's got a outside building, sheddy, garden office type thing, which we're going to look around. And also they've got a hot tub shop, because I need some testing strips for a hot tub. Because the dog you saw yesterday, the big Lummox, the big Newfoundland, ate the testing strips. Because he eats everything, well, he doesn't eat everything, he chews everything, because he's an idiot. And I don't, well, I suppose it's relative, isn't it? Relative to the other dog you saw yesterday, the German Shepherd, who's stupidly intelligent, who opens doors and shit that you thought were locked. Stuff like that. He gets to, you find him someone you would think, how the hell did you, it's like one of those Jonathan Creek things, you know, there's a locked door and the keys are on the outside and all, there's no windows in it and the dog's in it, and you're like, how the hell did you get in here? So he's uber intelligent, and Hudson, the Newfoundland, is an absolute idiot. So much so that I, you know, sometimes you think, what is he thinking? You know, how could he be so stupid? How could he be so stupid and survive as long as he has? No, but he is. I have to admit, he's quite awesome. He's an awesome dog, but he's just a bit thick. Yeah, so he ate all the testing strips. I need to get some more. And it's a good excuse. My only problem is I've forgotten my earplugs. So, what's normally quite a tranquil place to be, it's quite noisy. So, bit of a shitty left turn here. Wonder what's next on the song front. This I always make a point of distinction of putting my foot down no matter what. I'll have to find a shop that sells earplugs as well. Coming past, I talked about my gun the other day, and the air bottle I get filled up in a place there, so I'm in the middle of Wiltshire, and there's a marine shop, so a diving shop, but it was quite a strange place to put it, but having speak to the guy, I suppose it's quite obvious really, people don't, when they're diving, they probably don't spend money, they've got no money with them, they've probably just got their stuff, so they want to do it where they go home, but it's quite healthy. And it means that just over the hill from my house is a guy who can fill my airgun bottle up, which is quite a nice place to be. Okay, what's occurring up here? What's occurring? Oh, hello. Oh, I got something today. So I got a card from the people who deal with you leaving the army, called the big company's called Right Management, and they're the people who you go to sort out your what's called resettlement, so your courses you do and stuff, and give you a hand with your CVs and looking for jobs and all that kind of stuff. And they sent me a card, and obviously it's a personalised one, because in my interview stuff I said I was starting my own business, and it wasn't just a generic, you know, goodbye card. It was a handwritten bit with about good luck with your future enterprise, and I thought that's quite cool. And then it was tinged with a bit of sadness, because it's a bit like so you give. I mean, I'm not the one who's going to say, well, I gave the army half of my life and stuff, because it was a job and I got paid quite well for it, so I'm not miserable about that. But I think if you were leaving somewhere after loyal service, you would get a bit more than you get. I mean, my workplace got me, you know, great stuff, and it was leaving do and leaving speech was great and stuff, you know, and all that, so that's all covered. But the army as a whole, and I know it's a big organisation, but they kind of hand it over to this company and they deal with you as you're leaving, so it's like as if they've kind of paid somebody else to take the problem. So the company, right, management do a great job at it, but you just feel a bit, I feel a bit empty inside, you know, because you kind of, I've been dealing with the army directly for 26 years, and then all of a sudden when you're leaving, they're just carrying on with winning the war, and I'm left to talk to this company. Everyone's going a bit slow on what's going on. Somebody turning, or somebody just being a bit rubbish. A bit rubbish. Not really sure what's going on. Is it a black car, or is there a car in front? There's a red car in front, isn't there? It seems to want to do 40 miles an hour in a 60, which would be a bit frustrating for those of you that can't get round it. Yeah, it would be nice just to kind of occasionally just be able to have a chat with them, have a conversation, you know. And I suppose the first thing you would say to them is, so when it's a 60 mile an hour limit, why do you think it's okay to do 34 miles an hour? Why do you think that's okay? Is there something wrong with your driving that makes you think that you should be driving at 20 miles an hour below the speed limit? It makes no sense at all. It makes people do sort of not silly things, but puts people in situations they wouldn't be in because you're doing a stupid speed. Makes no sense at all. Let's see who it is, what they're doing. Not sure if he's on his phone or dead. My bloody music's gone off again. I don't know what's going on there. Probably because I'm talking and the Vox on my music doesn't know what it's doing. It's probably just waiting for me to shut up so it can work out what it wants me to do. When in fact I don't want to do anything, so I think when I shut up, my music will start again. Let's try it. No, no music. You can feel so I've gone out 3 days in a row now, which is quite unusual for me, but I wasn't going to go out today because I've been doing too much of this, but apparently the weather's rubbish for the weekend, so I'm not going to get to go out. And there was a very small reason to go out, so I took it. Jack's Bush. Somebody names these places with a bit of comedy, don't they? Jack's Bush. So this is so the route yesterday was my other way to work, and this was my This is the way I started going recently. Kind of the back way, not the back way, but this is the way that the GPS would tell you to go, because it thinks it's quicker. This is where we go past Middle Wallop, so potentially we'll see an Apache flying overhead. Oh. Best job in the world. It's crazy, isn't it? Like loads of people here, nothing going on. So they're supposed to be like breaking the doing something in the road, and very little doing something in the road seems to be going on. Just blokes in vans or driving diggers. It's a bit like, I remember I was once in America. Was it America? Yeah, I was once in America, and we were staying in a hotel. And we came back that night, did our sleep thing, woke up to go back to the airfield where we were working, and the Americans would I'm not going to say repairing the highway, I'm going to say changing the highway, and that's what it was like. It was like this production line of ripping the old one up and putting a new one down, and it was done in a day. It was a bit like when Top Gear did it, but obviously a bit more professional because they've been doing it for a while. But it was like a remove this one and replace it with this one type thing. It was that slick. So we left to go to work, and they were starting it. When we came back, they were painting the white lines. It was brand new road. It was unreal. And it was kind of like, you know, that thing of throwing resource at something. And then you get this. So this is quite new here. This has been like this for for months, and they still haven't done the white lines. It's ludicrous. I'll get my music back on. Music on. There it is. If that didn't come on then, the other thing I'd have to check is that my phone hasn't fallen in my pocket, because that would be a disaster. Middle Wallop. No Apaches knocking about, and probably all either blowing shit up or in the pub. I spent 6 or 7 years working with the RAF. I know these aren't RAF, but working with the RAF with flyboys, and that's all everything seemed to be geared around. Was that to finish at the right time, or the aircraft sortie was kind of timed around the social calendar of the captain. Weird but nice. I think we nearly had a pigeon join us then. Must be going home time. That's one thing I miss about being in the military. An early knock off on a Friday. Wanted to get and see this V-dub, because we were having a conversation about a camper van. And I've got this thing about wanting to do a tour of England. I haven't seen enough of England. I've seen more of bloody where have I been more of? Well, I've seen more of other countries than I have of my own. So I want to put that right. And I thought a camper van would be a nice way to do it. Problem is my wife's got this strange, stupid idea about it. Get a camper van and then go and sit in a caravan park for a week. And well, that's not what it's for. You get a static caravan or get a caravan, or which obviously you'll never ever do. But if you get a camper van, you can go on a tour, a little mini tour of England. Go up to, maybe have your target set on Loch Ness, and then work your way up there. So is anyone working? Or is somebody just putting out cones? I think there's like a room somewhere where somebody goes, okay everybody listen in, these are the areas where we have to lay cones today. I want cones laid here, I want cones here, and here, and here. And that's it, that's all they do, lay cones. And then just take them up. So here we are in the pool and spa shop. Just as Brian Ferry starts to play on the intercom. Slave to love. Little bike thing. Gravel. Gravel. The nemesis that is. Gravel. I'm gonna park next to the dick that can't park. Imagine no one else will be able to get in.